You are showing up. You are training consistently. You are eating right. And your body has stopped responding. Not slowed down, stopped. If that describes you, I need you to hear this clearly. You are not failing, and you're not lazy, and you're not too old. The program is wrong, and I can prove it with peer-reviewed science. My name is Rob Lagana, 33 years of coaching, 19 competitive bodybuilding shows, legally blind, clinically low testosterone, 52 years old, and in the best functional condition of my adult life. Not because I trained harder, because I finally understood what a fitness plateau actually is and what it is not. Here's what the fitness industry tells you when you plateau. Do more, train harder, cut more calories, push through. I am telling you that advice is not just wrong, for adults over 40 especially. It is the reason you are stuck. A fitness plateau is not your body giving up. It is your body adapting precisely, intelligently, to every signal you have sent it. When the same training stimulus stops producing results, your body has absorbed that stimulus, cataloged it, and decided it no longer requires a response. The conventional answer is to increase the stimulus, more volume, more intensity, more cardio. The biological answer, the one the research actually supports, is to change the signal entirely. After 40, the signal your body needs most urgently is not more training. It is more recovery. Let me tell you how I earned this. Not from a textbook, the hard way. I am 20 years old, preparing for my first bodybuilding competition. I follow the program everyone follows. 2 hours of weight training, 2 hours of cardio, 7 days a week, 12 weeks, sometimes 16 weeks straight. I win first place and I look soft. My body was still in active recovery on competition day. I had pushed so hard, so relentlessly, with zero recovery built in, that my physiology couldn't even complete the adaptation process in time for the show. I won on structure, not too many people in my class, not on what my body was actually capable of producing. A coach named Dean pulled me aside afterward, and he didn't congratulate me. He said, "Drop the volume. You are killing your results." He cut my training down to 8 to 10 sets per body part. Same intensity, same rep ranges, just less volume, much less volume. More recovery built in between sessions, right? 16 weeks later, I was harder, fuller, way more sliced, and growing in ways the previous program never produced. Here's what I want you to sit with. I did less, and I grew more. That is not a coincidence. That is biology. What I experienced in my 20s isn't dramatically amplified for every adult over 40. Here's the science. The New England Journal of Medicine has documented that testosterone levels decline gradually beginning in midlife age, with associated decreases in muscle mass, strength, and recovery capacity. But here's what almost nobody tells you. When most men get their testosterone tested, they get one number, total testosterone. And total testosterone can be completely misleading. Here's why. Only a small fraction of the testosterone in your blood is actually usable by your body. The rest is bound up, locked to a protein called sex hormone binding globulin, SHBG. Only the free, unbound testosterone can actually enter a cell and do its job. And here's the problem after 40. As you age, SHBG rises. So in the Massachusetts of male aging study, free testosterone declined about 1.2% per year, while SHBG rose about 1.2% per year. So your free testosterone, the testosterone that actually matters, falls roughly twice as fast as your total testosterone, which means you can get blood work back, see a total testosterone number that looks normal, your doctor says it's normal, and still be functionally deficient in the testosterone your body can actually use. The Massachusetts male aging study also found that more than 25% of men between 40 and 70 have clinically low testosterone. For women, the parallel shift occurs through declining estrogen and progesterone, both of which affect metabolic rate, fat distribution, and insulin sensitivity. This is not a motivation problem. This is a biology problem. And it gets more specific. Research published in JAMA and the Journal of Applied Physiology identifies a phenomenon called anabolic resistance, the blunting of muscle protein synthesis and its response, right, to exercise that occurs with age. In plain language, it's the same training stimulus that built muscle in your 20s and 30s produces a significantly weaker biological response in your 40s and 50s. Your muscles become less sensitive, kind of like insulin sensitivity, insulin resistance. It's the same thing, right? Anabolic resistance. So it's less sensitive to those signals that drive growth and repair. So what does the industry tell you to do when your results stall? It's always train harder. It's always add more volume, do more. But if your muscles are already less responsive to the training stimulus, adding more of that same stimulus does not produce more results. It produces more fatigue, more cortisol, more hormonal suppression, and a deeper plateau. This is the part nobody talks about. When you train, especially when you overtrain, cortisol rises. Cortisol in short bursts is adaptive. It helps you respond to acute challenges. But chronically elevated cortisol, the kind that builds up when you're training too hard, sleeping too little, and stressed at work, does four things that directly cause and deepen a fitness plateau. Number one, it suppresses muscle protein synthesis, meaning your body stops building muscle even when you're training. Two, it promotes muscle protein degradation, meaning it actively breaks down the muscle you already have. Three, it disrupts sleep architecture, which reduces the growth hormone pulse, right, that only occurs during deep sleep. And 4, it increases visceral fat storage. That's the fat, around your organs, particularly around the abdomen region, right? By elevating insulin resistance, you are not plateauing because you need to train more. Remember that. You are plateauing because your cortisol load is preventing your body from responding to the training you're already doing. Here is the most underestimated variable in breaking a fitness plateau after 40. Sleep, not a lifestyle preference. As a performance variable, right? In 2021, in the Physiological Reports, researchers measured what happens after a single night of sleep deprivation. Muscle protein synthesis fell 18%. Cortisol rose 21%. Testosterone fell 24%. One night. The anabolic to catabolic balance inverted completely in a single night of poor sleep. In a study published in the Annals of Internal Medicine, average participant, age 41, put people on a caloric deficit with either adequate or insufficient sleep. Insufficient sleep cut fat loss by 55% and increased muscle loss by 60%. On insufficient sleep, your diet burns more muscle or burns muscle instead of fat, period. The Journal of Clinical Investigation established that roughly 70% of the daily output of growth hormone in adults occurs during the first episode of deep, slow wave sleep, not during training, not in the morning when you wake up, during sleep. If you are plateaued and you are sleeping fewer than 7 hours per night, that is where the leverage is, not in the gym. So what does breaking a fitness plateau after 40 actually look like? It starts with pulling back, not pushing forward. Step 1, reduce training volume to what your body can actually recover from. Not what sounds impressive, right? Not what you used to do. What your current recovery capacity can absorb and respond to. For most adults over 40 who are plateaued, this means fewer sets, not more. More days between sessions, not fewer. Step 2, treat sleep as training. 7 to 9 hours. Consistent schedule, no negotiation. Because 70% of your daily growth hormone output happens during deep sleep. Miss the sleep, miss the adaptation. Step 3, assess your stress load, not just training stress, but occupational stress, right? Psychological stress, life stress. Your nervous system does not distinguish between a brutal workout and a brutal week at the office, right? It accumulates all of it. Step 4, get your hormonal environment assessed. Testosterone, estrogen, cortisol, thyroid, DHEA. A fitness plateau after 40 is often a hormonal signal, not a training signal. If you've been pushing harder for months and getting nowhere, the answer is almost certainly in your blood work. Not your workout program, not your diet. The fitness industry has one answer for a plateau: do more. Well, I have spent 33 years proving that answer completely wrong. The body does not respond to effort. It responds to signals. And the signal it needs most after 40 is not more training. It is recovery. Training creates the signal. Recovery creates the change. If this landed for you, if you recognized yourself in what I just described, comment protocol or head to the link in the description. The protocol briefing walks through exactly how to build the recovery first foundation your body really needs to start responding again. It's 5 minutes. It's no obligation. And I will see you next time.